But yeah, well, it, something I gotta admit, something I think is funny that we're playing, we're streaming Ace Attorney Investigation 2 on President's Day, and the victim of this case is a president. Will we avenge him? Who knows? Who knows? I don't think we will finish this today, the game today. Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or tomorrow are tomorrow or Wednesday are one of them. So for those that didn't know, I might stream more than once. I don't know if I will stream on. I will say this: if I do stream on Wednesday and Thursday, if I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I might I will stream on Friday, but I don't know about Saturday. Maybe, who knows? I just don't want to overburn myself, like overwork. Like, yeah. But, yeah. We have a lot. We got a lot to discuss on what just happened. So anyway, let's start. April 6th, 4:51 p.m. Yes, the living, no, not the non-living, the structure building that has it's called it is called the big building, and there are two of the seventh letter in the alphabet in this three-letter word big. Yeah. Anyway, again, it's President's Day, and the victim is a president of Zhangfa. Now, something we have noticed in the SS5 incident, there was a person who got murdered named Alf Aldown. He was Rosie Ringer's boyfriend, the victim of last chapter. And other than that, we now learn that Gavel adapted Sean, because Sean's mother passed away 5 years ago. And what he didn't know is that his father gave birth to him at 40, in his mid-40s. Exodus had, when Eugene was born, Exodus was in his 50s. And when Sean's born, Wang's in his mid-40s. But at least he was going to acknowledge Sean as his son, which was his last will. But there is a lot of stuff in the SS5 incident that features President Wang got kidnapped. We got lots of stuff from the fire, the autopsy report, a button, Mr. Aldown's final call, the victim's shoes, which is not actually Aldown's shoes. We also found out that this photograph there we go. I was bugging. But this photo was actually staged. The kidnapper wanted to stage the photo, And also we found out a child's drawing. And this drawing seems interesting. Really interesting. Anyway, the SS5 incident was it's all rigged and foiled up. Oh, what, whoa, I'm not dropping frames for some reason, but for some reason my model isn't tracking well. Anyway, yeah, in the end, the SS5 incident was rigged, thanks to winner in favor for Fifi Lagarde. Well, yeah, now that we know, now that everyone knows that Sean is related to President Wang, I guess we should start. Everyone's here. Actually, scratch that. There, now everyone's here. Everyone's here. Sean. He was my dad? It can't have been easy. Learning the truth about his father's identity so unexpectedly. It's too late to ever get to know him. You know how hard I try to find him. Sean, I get it. He was a president. He had a lot more to think about than just me. But he was right there in front of me. Right there on the set. So why? Why didn't you just say something? Why didn't you tell me who he was? Aww. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry. No, it's not your fault, Mom. It's mine. If I hadn't broken my promise to you, that fire would have never happened. And he would have over everything. Everything. It's all my fault. I even ruined your flowers. Aww. You mustn't blame yourself. Just try to be here with me. Just for a little while. The bond between parent and child, symbolized by the lion lily. I'm no expert, but his name is Zhang Fa. So I know that much at least. Sadly, we don't have the luxury of dwelling on such things right now. I know it might seem insensitive, Agent Lane, but sentimentally won't help us here. We need to focus on what we can do about the case before us. You're right. I believe we learned all we need to about what happened back then for now. We all need to wait. I believe we've learned all we need to know about what happened back then for now. How did it all line up with your father's theories about the case? I wouldn't know. He took those to the grave with him. He never shared his thoughts with anybody. There's no way of knowing now what he figured out. What about your own thoughts? Are you feeling any more positive in light of what we learned from Kay's reconstruction? Are we any closer to learning what really happened 12 years ago? No! I think we might be. My father's footsteps are starting to become clear. Need to refill water. Twice. Well, actually, no. I think there's more. I think more than twice that happened. So we can't do the two nickels memes. I'll be back. And I got my water. Alright. Now all we need to do is follow them. All the way to the truth. Ooh, here we go. The real story of the SS5 incident. The president went to the orphanage that night. That much we know for sure. The Taurosaurus toys. The Taurosaurus. What is? Hold on. I gotta do. I think I'm out of voice. Hold on. I gotta do Link's voice. Hold on. Got it. All right, I'm back. I'm back in business. The wolf is back. Now ready to unleash his claws and his fangs. The Taurosaurus toys proves it. He must have gone there to meet with Amelie Fang. Except he was kidnapped. And now that I happen to see it, if I hadn't been there, it would have been a murder. Just a kidnapping. Instead, they have to move his body to the planners. And Sage and throw everybody off the scent. So that's our current theory, is it? Yep. Yep. The 12-year-old incident in which President Wang was kidnapped and sole witness was the murder. But there's something I still don't understand. There is? This. Why risk staging the picture? They would have had to force the president to play along. What if he hadn't? It's a good question. We may be closer to discovering the answer than we think. We'll just have to get there one deduction at a time. Yeah. I guess we will. Alright. Do so anyway. Let's... Don't press X. Don't press X. Don't press X. Occurred on February 10th, 12 years ago. President Zhang Fa was kidnapped, and a ransom of $100 million. President's presence at embassy until midnight, confirmed by Daylong Lang. Prosecutor in charge, ex-suspect Fifi Lagarde. Illustration: President Wang was supposed to meet Amelie Fang at the orphanage at midnight. Witness Alf Aldown was murdered. His body moved, and a photograph of a kidnapped stage. Hold it! Alright. Nothing should be taken for granted at this stage. We need to treat even the seemingly certain with caution. Can we really be sure that the president went to the orphanage? I get it. You want evidence. This is a nice change of pace from people asking you to show and prove, huh, Miss Edgeworth? There's no need to actually say it out loud, okay? Hold it! The plushie. It has a recording device concealed inside it, correct? It does! And it was used by Sean's mother, Amelie. To record a message asking the president to meet her at the orphanage at midnight. Whoa! You're finishing each other's sentences now. What a team! You two will peel away the layers of the truth like an onion, I'm sure of it. Did you realize that there's nothing underneath all the layers of an onion, don't you, Kay? Did you try to say something a little less unfortunate sounding? You two will peel away the layers of the truth like the skin of a wolf. I'm sure of it. He said less unfortunate sounding. Shall I continue?
Hold it!
Can we go over the details once again? So Mr. Alden saw the president being kidnapped from right by the orphanage. And he was standing next to the snowman. The murder crept behind him, grabbed him by the back, and... Calm down, okay? We're simply verifying our understanding of events. Yeah, that little outburst just blew my understanding out of my ears. I know we had to go over all this again, but can we do it less dramatically? Really? Fine. I'm happy to keep answering, if you're happy to keep asking.
Hold it!
Mr. Alden had been there, huh? That's an interesting suggestion. Care to explain? There's not a whole lot to explain. He saw the kidnapping, so he was murdered. If he hadn't been there, maybe the kidnapping could have happened without any blood being spilled. But could it? It makes it sound as if it was Mr. Alden's fault he was murdered. That's not what Agent Lang is saying, Kay. What he means is that Mr. Alden was the only person who died at the orphanage that night. Well, of course he was. They kidnapped the president and everything. The ransom was paid and he came home safely, right? She's right, of course. But why does something bother me about that? I think it might be worth taking another look over all the evidence. Finish discussing things with your assistant, Mr. Prosecutor? Well, let's continue, shall we? Something tells me about this part. Maybe the killing could have happened without any blood being spilled. Let's see. If he had happened to been there, maybe the kidnapping could have happened without any... Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Objection!
That's right, we haven't known anything about the blood, the mystery blood. You're saying there would have been no murder if Mr. Alden had witnessed the kidnapping? Was that really the case? No, that happened 12 years ago. So, I'm confused. Why would it be? Their main aim was to abduct the president, right? So if there had been a witness present, they wouldn't have needed to murder anybody. And yet it remains possible that Mr. Alden wasn't the only person killed that night. There was a large pool of blood between the planters, and Mr. Alden was murdered over by the snowman. It can't have belonged to him. What if all that blood by the planters belonged to somebody else?
Not so fast!
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. You do realize what you're saying, don't you? I do. It's hard to believe. I'll be the first to admit it. But it's what the evidence suggests. Not just one person was killed here 12 years ago, but two. You're saying they cover up a whole separate murder? But whose? Who else was killed that night? Whoever covered this other homicide did so very skillfully indeed. They even seem to have been able to avoid being mentioned in the files. They didn't quite get rid of everything. We have a piece of evidence from 12 years ago that they never managed to erase. Oh, okay. We have either the fire, but I think they're gonna mention the child's drawing.
Take that!
Exodus wouldn't try to shroud the evidence of the other murder in darkness. There was one piece of evidence he wasn't able to suppress. Thanks to the efforts of your father, Agent Lang. My father? Cast your mind back, if you will. Something else was hidden along with all the other evidence from the crime scene. The existence of the child who set the fire in front of the orphanage. But why would Chairman Winner wish to erase him from the record? Because he saw something he should not have. That's why. He did? What was it? It's right here in this picture. The picture my father kept! I think we all agree that the president on the right side. I think we can all agree that's the president on the right-hand side. And that's the Torosaurus toy in his hand. But who's that standing across from him? Only one person who fits that description. Looks like someone else was involved in that case.
Take that!
Eastern robes and a black dog. That could only be Hooded Hammer Canis. What? That creepy assassin guy? And what would a hired killer be doing in the presence of a president? Okay, think of only one thing. That's right, it wasn't a kidnapping that occurred here 12 years ago. It was an assassination! Ayah! Yeah! And Warren, the guard, and Chairman Winner were... Yes, I think they were complicit. More than complicit, in fact. One provided the venue for the killing. And the other suppressed the testimony of the child who witnessed it. The Alden was murdered because what he witnessed was actually an assassination. And not the kidnapping he thought it to be at all.
Knuckle fast!
You think I'm an idiot? How could the president have died 12 years ago? We only found his body this morning. He was alive and well until just recently. Yeah, we even met him. Indeed. So we have a president killed 12 years ago, and a president killed in the last 48 hours. Two presidents, in other words. Right, which is completely impossible. Or is it? I think it's entirely possible for there to be two presidents. In fact, that will explain a lot. But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Zangfa might not be a big country, but he held that place together. President Agent Lang spoke of was a noble and capable leader. President's mask has well and truly slipped. Entirely unlucky the man we met. It really did seem as if they were two completely different people. How could one country have two presidents? How could I explain a situation like that? Ooh, this is how it was possible over there. One was a body double. This is the only option. I mean, it's too easy, but we'll go with it. No, look at the rest. No, it's not. Yeah, that could make me sleep.
Not so fast.
Sorry, but it couldn't. President Wing was an only child. That's the man of record.
Is that so?
Give it up. There's no way there could have been two presidents. It's not possible.
Is it? And I'm going to prove it to you.
One was a body double? Ooh, I guess. One of two was a body double. Tell me that doesn't make sense. A body double?
President Wing was a man of great power and influence of Zhang Fa, a figure on the world stage. There must have been countless attempts on his life over the years, such as the one at Gore Lake only a few days ago.
Not so fast! It's true. There are more than a few assassination attempts. But that doesn't mean I'm about to accept that there was more than one president. Not without proof.
Do we have any proof that there was more than one president?
Do we have proof?
Huh.
Do we even have evidence?
This is so hard.
Oh man, this is really hard. Something tells me about the victim's shoes. I don't know. This is another level. Is it the shoes? I feel like it's the shoes. I feel like it is the shoes for some reason. I mean, can it be? Because I don't think the blood, like the mysterious blood stain. It can't be the phone. I don't think it's John. I think the only thing is the victim's shoes, because that's the only thing that. That's the only thing I can think about. This is not all about shoes, so can it? I'm just gonna go with it.
Take that!
Nope, it's not. Let's.
Langzi says that proof has no mouth. In other words, me and his evidence can tell us nothing.
Okay, so not the shoes. I don't think it's. Let me look at that SS5. Let's just try this one then.
Take that!
Oh, it was.
I don't think he knows the contradiction staring him in the face. Or is he just unable to accept it? What's the matter, Mr. Prosecutor? You're pretty quiet all of a sudden.
And Amal Li Feng's record. She asked the president to be at the orphanage at midnight. But it shouldn't have been possible for him to be there at the time. Wait, what? Yeah, how come? Because he was supposedly still at the embassy. With your father, Agent Lang. So he had noticed. The only way he could have been in two places at once is if there was two of him. So the real president, that was the one who died 12 years ago? I think it might have been.
But why? And who? Who would have hired Candace to murder the president?
In order to figure that out, we need to look again at the piece of evidence we recently discovered was a fake. Fake evidence. What was it again? I think it was a stage photo.
Take that!
Because it's staged, so that's the only evidence. The picture taken with Mr. Aldown's camera was staged sometime after his murder. And Mr. Aldown was murdered because he witnessed the president's assassination. In other words, the photograph, too, must have been taken after the real president's death. So who is the president in this staged photograph? Wait a minute. Could it be the body double? Nothing else makes sense. I believe the president's double had him killed so he could take his place permanently. Wow. Well, what goes around comes around. That's the saying. That's the saying. Alexis Winner and Fifi Lagarde helped him do it.
Not so fast! Wait! You don't even have a body to support your theory! Are you telling me it magically disappeared? Objection!
No, in fact, we know exactly where it wound up. The president's body was here this whole time. Is it the fire? Because that's the only way the body was... That's the only thing I see. Or not. I don't know. No, I don't think it's the fire. Oh, wait, right. It disappeared. Wait, would that mean... Oh! Oh! Chairman Winner dug up something last night.
Something he couldn't trust anybody else to retrieve. He thought it might have been the ransom money, but it was actually something even more important.
Wait, you mean...
That's right, the real president's body. I think it's highly likely anyway.
What?
The body may have decomposed in the intervening years, but the bones will surely have remained. Somehow informed us that construction is due to start here sometime soon. Everything had to be wrapped up before then. The shooting of the movie and the recovery of the president's remains.
Yeah, I guess once they start digging the place up, they would have found them pretty quick, huh?
Action 9, we need to have the so-called monster footprints analyzed again.
Yeah, I guess we do. If there was a body under one of them, there should have been trace evidence to confirm it. Hey, get me somebody from forensics.
Sir, presenting the findings of our analysis, sir. Traces of human remains were found in the dirt, along with the other signs of a body having been buried.
So it really was him?
Bones were also recovered from the home of Excellence Winner. The physique looked to be about right, and the dental and medical records are a match. It's him, no doubt about it. So as suspected, the real President Wang was killed 12 years ago. The SS5 kidnapping was in fact a homicide. Oh my gosh.
Wow. So it really was a murder, huh? What's this?
Exactly, Kay just perfectly explained this whole chapter.
This case has so many twists and turns, I'm starting to lose track.
Yes, perhaps we should summarize our findings just to confirm that we understand everything correctly.
Good idea. Let's go over everything from the point where the president arrived at the orphanage.
"12 years ago, a real President Wang visited the orphanage. His aim? To meet his infant son. The footprints were originally assumed to be those of Mr. Aldown, seemingly to have actually been made by the President upon his arrival. Instead of being greeted by his child, he was met by the assassin, Urid Harmacanis.
So sad. This is so sad. He was hoping to see his baby for the first time, only to...
Indeed. But at least with Mr. Canis, we can be sure that the job was swiftly and effectively completed. But then, after the assassination, another tragedy occurred.
Mr. Aldown's murder.
Yes. It seemed he witnessed a key moment in the evening's proceedings. The moment when our culprits, the so-called kidnappers, took the president's body around the side of the building. That was a sight that sealed his fate. We've now established that he was standing by the orphanage gates at the time, far enough away that what he believed what he was seeing was the president's abduction. At which point,
The spy double who had come to meet up with his co-conspirators walked right behind Mr. Aldown.
leading to our unfortunate eyewitness.
Being murdered by the man who was planning to replace the president. So it was the spy double who murdered Mr. Aldown's body too.
Yes, I think it probably was.
But none of the footprints could have been his, could they?
Actually, I think they could. In fact, we have a piece of evidence that proves how that particular trick was achieved. The victim's shoes? Take that!
Yep. Well, the president's body doubled moved Mr. Alldown's body like this. After killing Mr. Alldown, he couldn't carry him to the other side of the entrance. Given that his job was to look just like the president, he would have been wearing the same shoes, meaning that if he stepped exactly in the footprints left by the real president. Of course! His wounds would have been the same shape and size. It would have looked like a single set of footprints. So that's how it all went down. I'm glad we finally figured it out. Wait, but there's one thing I still don't get. There is? What? Why did they need to pretend there was a kidnapping? So all that had seen the president at the orphanage. I left a message on Miss Ringer's phone describing what he thought he saw. It would have been impossible for the conspirators to erase that message. They had to make it look as if the events described in the message were true. By staging a kidnapping like the one he thought he saw. Exactly. Neither two people in the photograph are likely to be the body double and Fifi Lagarde. She's the one in the trench coat? How can you be so sure of that? The two of them would have had to walk out beyond the orphanage gates to stage a photo. Body double could have put his feet in the real president's prints as he did before. Also, the other set of footprints were hers! Ones we originally thought belonged to the killer, yes. They were about size 9, too small for Chairman Winner. In other words, which means the kidnapper must have been played by Warren Lagarde. And that explains how a so-called kidnapping was actually a presidential assassination. Fifi Lagarde, you owe me an apology. I felt bad for you in the second chapter, now I don't anymore. Screw you, you go to jail. I'll be going to jail. No more pets. The pets will no longer like you. It does. Which means my father must have... He must have... noticed. There's no way he wouldn't have suspected a murder. Especially not with the kid's picture as proof. But the picture was never officially put into evidence, correct? No. He appears to have kept hold of it after taking the witness statement of the child who drew it. Yeah, because he knew President Wayne was dead. And he knew what would happen if that news ever got out. Dangfang would have plunged into chaos, no doubt. So he kept it as a secret. And that secret died with him. Even though it meant taking the blame for the kidnapping. And our family name being ruined. So your father knew the truth about what happened 12 years ago, but he chose to hide it. Well, it's finally coming to light at last. Interesting, I wonder who that is. But first, let's look at the update. President Wang's supposed kidnapping was an act in order to cover up the murder of the real Wang. Witness Alf Alldown was killed, his body moved, and a photograph of the kidnapping staged as part of a plan. Crime was carried out by Wang's body double, Exodus winner Fifi Lagarde. Alright, now who said that? Huh? What? Who's there? Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. Oh no, that bell. That sound. Is that a bell?
What are you doing here? You're under arrest. You deserve a penalty. Why are you here? You do realize you're now getting close to execution, you know? Oh, your dog is here as well. Well, it's time for punishment time. Get Monokuma. What the heck are you doing here? We're the law. Do you think you can just show up in front of us like it ain't a problem?
Forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing the fascinating conversation you were having.
The opportunity to gloat over your past crimes was just too good to miss, I expect. You killed President Wang!
I did, but it's not something I'm inclined to gloat over. I was more interested in something else you mentioned, or someone else I should say.
Someone you're looking for, I suppose.
Exactly. That's why I took a little sojourn from the penitentiary and found a certain young pup. A young pup in rather eye-catching red raincoat.
What?
Wait, you know who they are?
In a manner of speaking, what did you call them again? Secret mastermind?
Red raincoats.
The prosecutor looks a little surprised, doesn't he? Yes, he does. The young pup I mentioned, he saved my life, 12 long years ago. So yes, as you have summarized, it was I who killed President Wang. But that means that I too become an inconvenience in need of removal. The imposter president, Winner, Lagarde, all three were keen to guarantee my silence. And if I ever let my friend be unpunished, they might be as succeeded. I had it. Sorry, Marshal One. I wonder what he's doing now.
So it was the president's body double who hired you?
I remember his words almost as if it were yesterday.
You know how many times I've nearly been killed? Not once, not twice, but a bunch of times. Why do I have to take all the risk? Why am I the one that always puts in danger? When I'm out there being him, people treat me like I was him. They worship me. So what's the difference? Who's to say I couldn't be just as good as him?
There was a difference, of course. Even if he did look and sound exactly like him. Just because he walks and talks like a president, that doesn't make it a president. Does it, bud? No.
So he got his wish and became the boss, but couldn't quite fill his predecessor's shoes. Good standing round. That means I'm number one. I wonder if you had what it takes to step into such capable shoes. You, of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me. Seems the king and his knight were much the same.
The president's double knew that his employer had a weakness. A young woman named Amelie. But in order to find her, he needed to enlist the help of locals.
Locals such as Chairman Winner.
Once Miss Fane had been located, they simply need to find the right time to lay their trap.
It means she arranged so the president could meet his son. That would have been the perfect opportunity.
Indeed, and with the head of the orphanage brought into the fold, their little conspiracy was complete.
But in Lagarde.
Now, quid pro quo. Where might I find a pup?
What makes you think the boy who helped you and a mysterious string puller are one and the same?
He set a little fire that night, out there in the yard of the orphanage.
Oh, yeah, we saw that. It was some kind of prank, right?
A prank? It was nothing of the sort, my dear. No, as I understand it, he had taken refuge in the igloo by the entrance. From there, he happened to see Winner and Lagar carrying away a dead body. He also overheard them hatching a certain sordid little plot. A plot to remove me, the only other person who knew what really happened, from the picture. Thankfully, he was kind enough to come and inform me. I was waiting inside the building, you see. He also happened to mention later on that he was wearing his favorite red raincoat. In any case, he escorted me from the premises. And being a very considerate boy, thought to erase both our footprints from the scene of the crime. You see, he had a little kerosene set aside in the igloo for just such an occasion. So he spread at liberty about the place and set himself a little fire.
No way! So that's what the fire was for?
He must have been ever so beautiful. Winner and Lagar were positively enchanted. And while they were distracted by the show, he took the opportunity to usher me out of a side entrance.
You never answered my question. Do you really think he's the one behind all this?
I do indeed. Don't I, Helmer? Yes, yes, I do.
Here we go. I already forgot all the statements. Okay, that's fine. As you summarized, it was I who killed President Wayne. But that meant that I too become an inconvenience in need of removal. The imposter president board, Winner, Lagar, all three were keen to guarantee my silence. And if I hadn't met my friend, the young pup again, they might even have succeeded. I wonder what he's doing now. Hold it! You're pretty forthcoming with that particular admission.
If I'm honest, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm tired of all the killing.
Yeah, you escaped. I highly doubt it, because you escaped after all.
But back then, I felt that death was my path. I embraced it and still to learn what I had to teach. I have made my peace with that, and I'm happy to admit it. Okay. Oh, yes, I am.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. I definitely don't like the sound of it.
Basically, he thought nothing of murdering in president. And not only he is the assassin, he's not a prison escapee, not someone to be trifled with. We can't afford him to not talk. I need to grit as carefully as I can. Very well, you killed the president, and you're happy to admit it?
Oh, very much so. I wouldn't want you thinking that I drew my blade at this. But I mean that I too become an inconvenient in need of removal.
Hold it! You a target, but you're an assassin.
Sometimes the hunter must be the hunted. Sometimes the living must be the dead.
Please, Kate, don't feel the need to add a proverb of your own.
The menace is inherited of the way of the assassin. The life takers' lives are taken. So it goes.
Wait, does that mean the people you're sent to kill sometimes try to kill you back? Or...
It happens, occasionally. But it is not what happened this time.
But Mr. Canis, you're a professional killer, and a famously skilled one at that. Surely skipping even 3 attackers would have been a little more than a minor inconvenience.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. You seem to forget that without Helmut here, I couldn't even walk down the street. Against 3 assailants, I would have lasted more than a few moments.
I see. Even the most proficient assassins are ill-equipped to face a full frontal assault.
We're not hugely fond of such situations. Shall we say, I certainly would have liked my chances.
Hold it! Again? So the 2 of you have met before? Wait. Yeah, he did mention that.
Yes. On a cold and lonely Christmas Eve 18 years back.
And did you know, like, almost like, oh my, wait. That long ago? Wait a minute! Oh my gosh. That long ago?
On that occasion, it was I who saved his life. It was snowing, more than it had in years, and cold enough that death by freezing was a real possibility. I had taken Helma out for a little walk. He noticed something. I bounded off through the snow. When I called to him, he was sniffling at a car. The doors had frozen shut. It took all the strength I had, but I eventually managed to open one. Inside, I found 2 young boys, shivering in semi-consciousness.
2?
Yes, and I found them even an hour. If I found them even an hour later, the poor wretches would never have made it. I took them both to a nearby orphanage.
Presumably, there's something significant about what you just told us. What was about Canis statement that's especially noteworthy? The date. This was on Christmas Eve 18 years ago. You certain of that?
I am.
Holy smokers! We have something that shows why that day is so significant. It all all the cases have come together. Take that! That was the same day on which a certain incident occurred. The murder of a well-known sculptor. No way! An incident in the aftermath of which 2 children went missing. The son of the victim, Artie Frost, and the son of the murderer, Carmelo Guzzo. Yeah, now that you mention it, the little guys did go AWOL, huh?
Intriguing. The son of a murderer and the son of his victim. I suppose that would make sense.
It would.
One of the boys was bound hand and foot, you see.
It must have been part of Mr. Frost's plan to stop Mr. Gutso's son from getting into the competition.
Indeed, because without his son to taste his creations, Mr. Guzzo would have had no chance of winning.
So that was what was behind it all. Sadly, none of the boys were able to remember any such details.
They weren't?
No. When we meet each other again on the night 12 years ago, the young pup explained it to me. It seemed that they really were one of the brink of death when I found them, and the shock of the experience caused them both to lose their memories. They weren't even able to remember their names.
Wow. So they wouldn't have known they were Mr. Frost and Mr. Gutso's kid.
If what he's telling is the truth, that would seem likely. Yes. Which means we still don't have enough to tell us who our mastermind might be. Mr. Canis, would you mind telling us what happened next?
By all means.
The pup and I.
The pup and I remain in contact even after I was sent to prison. But then I stopped hearing from him. I couldn't help but worry. And then people from 12 years ago started cropping up all over the place. It rather piqued my curiosity, so I thought I temporarily regained my freedom and took into things.
You just gave all that. That was like 3 or 4 statements. People from 12 years ago. You mean Lagarde, Winner, and the president, I assume.
Well, Warden Lagarde was in charge of the prison where he was an inmate this whole time, right?
I fear I wasn't as kind to her as I could have been. But then she did try to have me killed. You already know why, of course.
Because you murdered President Wang. But they needed the world to believe he was still alive. If somebody had exposed the president as a fake, it would have been bad for Lagarde and Chairman Winner too.
Exactly. And not only that, I happened to overhear something else intriguing that night.
I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the night. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like. Even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man. But anyway, that's where we... Anyway, that's where I'll be. Goodbye.
Oh wait, that was the megaphone.
That was the mic.
Who are you? Sorry. I'm waiting for someone.
I know who you are, President Wang. I couldn't help overhearing the news. Congratulations. But please don't worry about your son. I only killed those I employed to kill. Which in this case means you.
No! Wait! This is my first chance to meet him. It might be my only chance. Please, just give me a few minutes longer.
I thought he was going to beg for his life, but no. An interesting character. I told him I was not aware that he had a child. No. No, he said, and shook his head. Neither was I, but the world will know that I have one now. I mean to make sure of it. I even prepared something in case the worst comes to the worst. And the son in question, it was the young gentleman with the horns here, correct?
Horns? You can see him? You can see them?
I don't need to, my dear. I've been listening very carefully, you see. And for longer than you may realize.
So the president meant to tell the world about Sean and prepare something in case of the worst. It's not enough to simply have Canis' words on the matter. Of course!
We have something that proves what he's telling us the president said is true. The will. The will everybody knew about. He entrusted it to my family to show his beliefs in us, after all.
The name in the recording, the preparation he had made, and his will. With those 3 pieces of information, I was able to convince Warden Lagarde to do anything I asked.
With the information at his disposal, he could have exposed the truth about the body double at any time. But he didn't. So he was... I don't know. It takes one roach to know another. And Sean's true identity with it.
But then Wayne was more agile than I anticipated. He blocked my first night thrust with something soft. By the time the piece had broken off hit the snow. My next try had hit his mark.
So it was Canis who tore off the horn of the Torosaurus dog.
I was the only one present to hear his final words. The only one who knew the truth about his son. Well, me and that poor pup.
Yeesh! Yeesh, this is getting crazy. This is so crazy. Alright, the pup and I remain in contact even though I was sent to prison, but then I stopped hearing from him. I couldn't help but worry. And then people over 12 years ago started popping up all over the place. Alright, piqued my curiosity, so I thought I'd temporarily regain my freedom and look into things.
Hold it!
So you were about to continue communicating with him from prison?
I was. Via post office box.
What's that? It's a means of exchanging mail without revealing one's own address.
I never knew where he was, and I wasn't able to slip out and track him down. I was being kept under rather strict supervision, you see.
I wasn't a guard, no doubt. What were the two of you even communicating about?
We were playing correspondent chess, of course. And that could be about our representing loss of life.
Correspondence chess? Didn't you used to play with... Didn't you used to play with that? As unlikely as it may... As unlikely as it may seem. Wait, as unlikely as it might seem. Is it supposed... I think it's supposed to be may seem. I don't know. That's the kind of such chess opponent was. Mr. Knight? Yeah. It was Mr. Knight. We found the diagram of the game in his cell, too. Oh, it's bomb back, set by Brock Knight by booting him. Printed rather than him. Does that mean Knight had something to do with the with all that IS-7 business? Wait, could that be it? Do you have any events that might connect Knight to the IS-7 incident?
Take that!
This is everything Knight left behind. Could there be a clue in here somewhere? A ring and a chess set. Which one should I look at more closely? The ring! The ring! The ring! The ring! The ring! What about it, Miss Edgeworth? It's a fender. Take a closer look at it if you would. Die. That's Paul Halleck's trademark. Mark. Paul Halleck's trademark. Indeed, it looks like somebody turned the stamp. He used it to sign his work into a ring. Why would Knight have been carrying it? And why was it not with the rest of the evidence from the IS-7 incident? He tried to release Frost's personal efforts to his next kin after the case was blown down. If I remember right, old Frosty boy didn't have any family aside from his kid. And the kid was missing, so they never got to hand it back to him. Not till later, anyhow. I heard on the grapevine that they found him in the end and gave him the goods, including the seal it was sealed. But she turned it into a ring and wore it until his own death. A pocket chess set and a ring Knight made from his father's signature stamp. So we're saying Mr. Knight was Mr. Frost's son? Cops don't mess around with stuff like that. He would have made sure before handing it over. And you were looking for somebody connected to the IS-7 incident who played correspondence chess, right? Wait, so our secret string puller is Bronco Knight?
Objection!
Knight is dead. How could he possibly be involved in our current case? Or else, our only candidate for genius mastermind, the guy who already kicked the bucket. Kick the bucket? That's impossible! How could that guy be behind all this? Here's a little perplexing, but then, who else could it be? We have some new evidence. We have some new evidence.
let's go and talk about it more. Let's continue pressing. And let's end it right here. Let's go and see what has to say.
Hold it! He stopped responding? That seems strange.
I'm glad you agree. Helma did too, of course.
Big Scary Mud really said that? But like, woof? That's barking mad?
He does not need to talk in order for me to hear, my dear.
He doesn't? Okay, well, then let me ask you something. The look he's giving me, a super intense kind of scary glare. He's not trying to say he's hungry, is he?
He might be.
He might be? Prince Edward, help! Help!
Harry really isn't fond of Cass's pet, it seems.
Yes, there's a good boy. Now, where was I? Of course, I suddenly stopped hearing from the pub.
Hold it! It does all seem like a little too much of a coincidence, doesn't it? An attempt was made on the life of the man who was pretending to be President Wayne all these years. One of the guard murdered Brooklyn 9 while he was being held at the prison she ran. An Exodus winner, chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, murdered Rosie Ring. And the more I think back, the more it seemed at the time that some mysterious other presence was lurking behind all those incidents.
Yes, even from behind the bars, it was rather obvious that something strange was going on.
Hold it! But you thought you temporarily regain your freedom? Could you maybe any more present?
Yeah, even a thief was struggling to get away with something like, I thought I would temporarily steal it.
Fear not, nobody was injured in the course of my escape.
I highly doubt it.
It wasn't necessary after all. I have my ways. Let's leave that at that, shall we?
Leave it at it. No way, pal. You escaped. I'll arrest you right now.
There'll be no need for that, detective. As soon as my business is concluded, I will return home to my cell.
Are you serious? Prison is supposed to be some place you can just stroll in and out when you please.
Maybe you should say that. Weren't you the one who strolled in to try and dig into my past only recently?
You.
Agent Lang, Detective Gumshoe. I need to be able to question Mr. Khan's further, but you both tried to remain calm for now.
Sure thing, sir. I knew you were going to say that. Fine. But I'm not taking my eyes off of a dog man. Not even for a second, you hear?
Wait, that's a new statement. That's a new statement. That's a new statement.
I did so used to enjoy tapping out my little letters in Braille.
Hold it! In Braille? That's how you wrote all of them?
That's right. I have the tools to do so myself.
Huh? So you have to use special tools? Never thought of that before, but I guess that makes sense.
What exactly did you write about it? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't know. I think it's better that way.
Oh, this and that, general chit-chat, and just, of course.
You wrote the chess moves in Braille too. That's interesting.
Speaking of chess moves, how does that piece you carved yourself move, the dog?
Perhaps we can talk about that later. For now, I'd like to know what happened when the letters stopped.
I sat in my cell and tried to imagine where he might have gone.
Okay, nope, I still don't get it. Why does he mean who's this pup he keeps talking about?
Who indeed? It seems that not even Mr. Canis knows his true identity. So we should focus on what we know, that there was a connection between the two of them. I'm particularly interested in how that connection was maintained. I wanna go... I'm gonna show the chess diagram first.
Objection!
You said that you wrote all of your letters in Braille, is that correct?
I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Prosecutor. But you do. Know about my condition, don't you?
That's odd, because the chess diagram we found in Knight's cell didn't contain any Braille at all.
Really? That's surely... But surely that's impossible.
How so exactly?
Maybe someone typed Mr. Canis' letters out on purpose?
I mean, there may have been some sort of intermarriage between the two of them.
So then,
Mr. Canis said he wrote his letters in Braille. Actually,
give me a second. Oh, Braille. Oh, Braille. It's Braille. It's pronounced Braille. Okay. Okay. There we go.
Mr. Canis said he wrote his letters in Braille, and yet the letters received by Mr. Knight contained no Braille at all. This is just there must have been a third party who typed Mr. Canis' letter out. As it could have been.
Yes, it could have worked the same way on the flip side too, right? Whoever it was could have taken Knight's letters and turned them back into Braille.
They could indeed.
A letter from Canis retyped by the mastermind, then sent on to Bronco Knight.
I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. Mr. Canis, the answers you received.
They were hidden in Braille. They were written in Braille too. Yes.
So some mysterious little person was retyping the Bronxster's missives.
And that same person.
I will be our secret string puller.
Knuckle fast!
Wait, you're trying to say there's another hidden mastermind behind this whole thing?
How many masterminds are there? Too much to tell.
So who's this new one?
Bronco Knight's son. Bronco Knight, son of Artie Frost, is already dead. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for?
Carmelo Gutso's son. But who is he? And where is he?
If Knight was Frost's son,
Damn, we don't have the photo of the sons.
if Knight was Frost's son, Gutso's son would have to be.
I've known him since we were kids, when both of us were alone. He doesn't have a family, you see, just like me.
Him? But surely not!
What's the matter, Miss Edgeworth? You're white as a sheet.
Of course, it all makes sense. I know who our so-called mastermind is!
What? Who? You have to tell us!
I can hardly believe it, but it's somebody we know rather well. The person we've been looking for is...
It is not Kay. It is not Lola. It is not Wang. Wang's body double. It is not Lang. It is not Gumshoe. It is not Gavel. It is not Shy. It is not Penny. It is not Rosie, because he's dead. It is not Alf, because he's dead. It's not Shirley the Killer. It's not Canis. It's not Bronco 9, because he's dead. It's not Yixus Winner.
It is not Regina, not Fender, not Francisca, not Eustace, not Fifi, not Tabby, not Will, but... Take that! It has to be the person behind all this. The person who forced Chairman Winner's hand by sending the letter to Rosie Ringer. The person who kidnapped Sean and brought Kay and myself. The person who did the strangest thing of all. Who drug Kay and carry her up to the roof of the big building. The bear! Oh, we're inside! Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. Alright. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Let me see if I can find. Hey. Hold on. If I hear that word again, I'm gonna post it on Threads. No, wait. I'll post it on Blue Sky, and if I hear it one more time, I'll post this on Threads. Fourth time will be on Instagram story. So far, it's on Twitter. Oh gosh, of all the times. It was the monster. Azrath. You don't know who's in. You do know who's near. You do know who's with us, right? What? Did you really just say what I thought you did? Yes. Monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind. Oh! I almost forgot! We are doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Miss Edgeworth. We'll be joining Regina, of course, on stage for this one. That's right. The Big Berry Circus is the biggest, most famous event in town. We have oodles of fun. Miss Lloyd, could I ask a favor? Who? Little me? What kind of favor? You told us you recorded the sound of Torosaurus breathing fire. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps?
Ooh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh dang tack. I captured the sound of that big old beastly breathing fire is what I captured. Sure did. Like I said, I didn't precisely see the guy, but boy, I did hear him.
Can we listen to the tape?
You sure can. Let's see now.
That's it. That sound. Must be what I think it is. My theory has to be correct. The truth about the monster, the identity of the person behind all this. It's all falling into place. It's hard. You saw a giant eye in the window of the storeroom, did you not?
Yep. Got me a picture of it too. Even if you can't really see it so well.
We can't see it right now, but just had to come true. Yes, sir. Your image analyzer. Can we borrow it again?
Sure, but what do you want to look at, sir?
This photograph right here.
Gotcha. I'm on it.
Who we're looking for must be here. We just have to find it.
Again?
That's...
See? I told you Torosaurus is his own dang self.
Yes, there it is at last. The monster commanded by the architect of this whole scheme.
Monster! Hold it! You're finally ready to admit it? That he's dang well weird? The big bad bull himself?
Objection!
No, because that isn't Torosaurus at all. It's the eye of a different giant beast entirely. Take a look at this if you would.
The very big circus flyer? Wait, look!
You see it? The enormous lion balloon? That's the real monster! And the psalmist Lloyd thought was a creature breathing fire?
Oh, come on, you're really gonna bring me crashing down to Earth like that?
That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air.
They do. And our culprit was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up on the roof of the big building without ever going near the elevator.
So this culprit has something to do with the circus?
Circus worker, Brandon the Bronxer, son of Gutson. Whoa. You're not serious.
You forgot to mention trainee animal chamber. It's hard to believe. But he's the one who's been pulling the strings this whole time. That's right. Seema Saint is the one behind all this.
Seema, but everything... Really? I don't believe you. We trusted him. And he trusted us. You can't tell me that was all lies. That would be too horrible.
I'm sorry, Kay. Who was that?
Hey, where do you think you're going, old man?
Nothing escapes you, does it, young pup? My congratulations, Mr. Edgeworth. But now that I know the truth, my business here is done.
What? No, Mr. Katz, wait! Assault! 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 That's the assault. He disappeared! You okay, Miss Edgeworth? Don't worry, I'm fine, but... Damn you! Oh, you're right, Sean.
Kill my dad. He did it, right?
There's no easy way to say it, but... Sorry, Sean. It appeared that he did.
He won't get away with it. I'll make it pay. Somehow, some way, I'll overrule. No, Sean! You mustn't say such things! I'm sorry, Miss Hedger. You'll have to forgive us both.
I'll just put the call out, sir. All units are on the lookout for Mr. Canis. I don't mean to hurry everybody, but you better be on our way too. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, where do you think we'll find our mastermind? I suppose you're right. We should go after the mastermind right now. He said he had to practice for the show, which I guess means he'll be at the circus. But before we leave, there's something I'd like to ask of you, Agent Lane. There is? What? Once a beast has been sighted, the next step is to plan its capture. When we arrive, there's something we'll need to try and find as a matter of priority. And Detective, I'd like you to look into something that's been bothering me about Sean's kidnapping. Yes, sir! I want to help too, Miss Edgeworth. Good. There's somebody I'd like you to try to contact. If Saint really is our mastermind, we're going to need this person's help. Between our many encounters, I never suspected a thing, even though he was right there in front of me. I messed up. There's no other way of putting it. I'm going to pull things right once and for all. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I think I wanted to finish it. I don't know if I want to. Because we're at the end. You know what? We're going to wrap up early. We're going to wrap up early. I want to save this for tomorrow. I want to save this for tomorrow. I really want to save this for tomorrow. I know like we're ending off early, but I really want to finish it off tomorrow. Like make it one big finale. So the next time will be the finale of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Oh, this is gonna be so crazy. All right. It all comes down for tomorrow. Next time, it will be the finale. Which I'm glad. I'm glad that we're like close. I know we could have finished it, but I think because of credits and all, I think we'll just wrap it up here. Anyway. So tomorrow will be the finale. And yeah. follow me on my socials and my VOD channel.